There's no music, man. Cowboys finished they finished the 2022 regular season at 12-5. Harv, take it away. You were there. You were at the game.
Well, the question is, are we live on TikTok?
I'm trying to, man. There's Adam. Damn. Yeah,
Okay.
I think we're having technical difficulties again with TikTok, man.
Okay.
And that's
So,
like that's because I already restarted the modem, I restarted the router, I restarted the phone, and still.
so this is my thing, man. Frustrating, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I would tell you firsthand. I was at the game. I was there. I saw all the whole debacle. Um, my son watching the game, and these are from his words. Said a high school quarterback could have made some of those throws. I'm exactly what he said. Um, it was bad, man. This is probably one of the worst games I've ever seen live.
He said that about Dakota Prescott. First off,
Yeah,
just to be
it
clear.
was bad, Jerry. I mean, some of y'all can't see the game. Like you can see the game. What I'm saying is you can't see a wider view of the game. I saw Dak's eyes, and if I was Dak, what is he looking at? CeeDee Lamb was wide open three times, twice during one possession. He didn't even look at CeeDee Lamb. That's the part I don't. And CeeDee Lamb was getting frustrated on the field. He would throw his hands up and throw him down on his legs, like, "What, man? What's going on? I'm wide open." I feel for the guy, man. And now I'm thinking back, maybe that's how Cooper felt. Because CeeDee Lamb, I'm telling you, I can understand his frustration, man. He was wide open, wide open. And to me, if you're one on one with CeeDee Lamb and that corner is trailing CeeDee Lamb, he's wide open to me. I mean, he had these guys burnt and Dak didn't get him the ball. I don't understand. So this is a horrible game. My question is, where's the accountability? What does Mike McCarthy say? I want to know what Mike McCarthy has to say about all this. Because he's the one who decided to play everybody, which I agreed with. But now they come out with this game and the way they play. Are they even a playoff team at this point? Now, I will give Washington credit, man. They're the fourth ranked defense in the NFL. But with a rookie quarterback, no excuses. No excuses. So I'm frustrated, Jerry.
Me too, man. I'm extremely frustrated. Look what Adam has to say. He says, no matter how you say it, how you play it, draw it up, or our fate depends on which Dak Prescott shows up. Ooh, that's a good one right there, Adam. It's a real good one. Chris says Brown had 6 targets, only 1 reception for 10. Lamb had 7 targets, 5 receptions for 52. Lamb could have ended with over
Hey,
150 yards.
he is not wrong, man. He is not. I saw the game like Lamb was getting. He was so wide open, man. I don't understand how Dak could miss that. All he's doing is looking for Brown. I don't get it, man. I do not get it. I don't know.
I don't know if he's looking for Brown. I just think he's looking to get the ball out fast, and Noah Brown is running all the underneath stuff. But what I was kind of discouraged to see was why isn't T.Y. Hilton running those routes? You know what I mean? And we saw that T.Y. Hilton actually had some drops that could have helped us, gain momentum on certain drives. So, it's one of those things where it's unfortunate to see uh, that, especially when the last game, we're not getting the right players involved early and often and throughout the game. And I believe Cowboys what at one point went like 7 3-and-outs in a row, which is that's an insane number, Harvey. That means that there's no rhythm on the offense.
Now I will say this: the only thing another thing I don't understand is watching the game from that view because you see everything. is they ran some pretty vanilla offensive plays.
Hmm.
That's what I didn't understand. They weren't trying to find mismatches or anything like that. I just thought that was really weird that they did that. It was just a pure vanilla offense, and which is not an excuse. Dak still had a horrible night. I mean, he like I don't want to just say that and be like, oh man, he didn't do too good. Listen, man, he threw 37 attempts and he only completed 14 of those 37. 14. And he only had 120 yards passing. So if we're going to lose and Dak's going to throw over 35 freaking times, at least give me a better percentage and give me about 300 yards, not 128 yards for 14 for 37. I'm telling you, man, it was bad. It was so bad. There was fans leaving because they paid money for these tickets, man. It was such a bad showing. It's not even funny. I don't know how Mike McCarthy. I'll tell you what. This is my question, and this is a question to everybody out there that can comment. If you look at YouTube, I sent out, is this foreshadowing for the Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs? Is this what we're gonna get? I don't, because at this point, I don't know, man. Not if you play like this.
Well said. I mean, look, regardless, we cannot give up on the Dallas Cowboys. Regardless, we gotta hold on. This season, we have seen that the Dallas Cowboys have not lost back-to-back games, so that should be something of encouragement to look forward to. So if anybody should to be worried, it would be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because they're going in also with a loss. And they lost to the Falcons. Now I understand Brady was. I think Brady only played the first quarter, I believe. But
Yeah,
after that,
he played the first quarter.
yeah, after that they brought in Blaine Gabbert. But still, that defense should have been able to you know do what they've done to everybody else. He goes on what Javier was saying. Lamb was wide open on some plays that went to Brown and Gallup at times. Yeah, I mean, but if you look for whatever reason, that's just not staying in the pocket, man. I mean, he's staying in the pocket, but he is trying. He's choosing to go to whoever's closest to him. He's not looking down the field to air it out. Uh, can you see us, DJ? There's somebody on TikTok named DJ. Can you see us right now? Uh, Ramiro says, "Hey, Kellen Moore and Dak wanted to show Tampa absolutely nothing, and they played like it. Nine, oh, it was 9 straight 3 and outs. Whoa, that's a stat correction on my end. Thank you, Ram. Uh, and then Adam says, remember, boys, I called it 3 weeks ago. Brady, here we come. Hopefully, we use this game to hit us to reality, right? So, for whatever reason." Let's get through some of these. Kellen Moore stunk it up, not sticking to the ground game, being cute and not poor running. Alex, I love my team and I hate being the realist. We never know what we're gonna get with this team. And Chris Cruz, the thing with Dallas, they play down and up to their competition. I don't know why. It's so frustrating, man. Well said. I think all these comments, I think we talked about pretty much all this right earlier, right? And it is frustrating because what did we say from the beginning, especially the last 3 weeks? We needed these games as a way to go into the playoffs with the momentum. I mean, ideally, we already knew we were stuck at that fifth seed. It was going to take something. It was going to take the Dallas Cowboys beating the Jacksonville Jaguars. That was a fluky, loss to the Jaguars. But in this case, I mean, a loss is a loss. We got to take it, and Cowboys responded the next week. So, you know, looking at the big picture, Tampa lost, Cowboys lost. Are we one and done, Harvey?
Usually I'm gonna say no, man, because I told you I felt like that the last couple of years, and I want to be as positive I can to you push positivity out You're supposed to get positivity back, right? But man, like right now, I'm not feeling it, Jerry. I'm really not, man. And you know what really worries me more than even Dak? The offensive line. They're not playing good. They're not pushing anybody around. Like if you can't do that against this Tampa Bay defense, I don't know, man. Right now, maybe it's just because I'm over. Sometimes we call it overreaction, right?
Well, it is an overreaction show, so yeah,
But I do you really feel it in your heart? This team's like right now, the way they're going.
I don't like it.
Like, come on, man! Like we see this every year. But at this point, I'm starting to think: is it the players or is it the coaches?
Good question.
Because somebody has to take accountability. But who is it? It's been happening for so long. This has been happening for years. We've been playing like this. So what is it? What really is the problem? I don't know. At this point, I really don't. There's only been one person in that building that's never left. One. And I don't know at this point if he's really to blame for all the problems, but it's part, and that's Kellen Moore. But at this point, I don't even know it's his fault now. The players still have to go out and play. And
True.
that offensive line did not look good. They did not look good. I'm telling you right now.
Well, I mean, there's so many ways we could go with it, right? Or we could point the fingers this way, that way. I mean, it doesn't at this point it doesn't matter. The Cowboys just did not look good at all. On all phases, right? Well, you know what? The defense still was able to get the ball back and stop, make some crucial stops. For the longest, they were stopping the Washington Wizards for the longest. You know what I mean? So they had their number. They even missed what, 2 field goals and an extra point. Um, Adam says, "Bros, and the refs not calling holding on Parsons, man. I mean, that's
Oh,
kind of like
oh,
evident."
you should have seen the stadium when they held Parsons, man. Everybody threw their hands. Oh, it's a flag. And when they didn't call it, man, it was not good. It was, I'm telling you, man, it was so bad. The referee was standing right there and he did not call it. It's crazy to me.
Oh, you think the NFL is just letting the players play?
I think they are, man. And Alex brought up a good question. He said they've been letting them play. I think they're at. Did he say was it 127 or was it 200?
On
Less holding calls in the offensive line
Oh
this
yeah,
year
it
than
was
last year.
127, I believe. Remember the 127 number you showed?
That's a lot, man.
It is a lot.
So come playoff time, are they going to call him?
I hope so. I mean, I don't want it to be one of those where it's tick tacky and
What if they do start calling him? We're in trouble too.
yeah.
'Cause
That's what
Tyler Smith held a lot this year and did not get called.
Rav says the NFL will not call holding when it comes to Parsons. There will be too many penalties.
That's what I'm saying. They're not going to call it. It'll slow the game down if they had to do that every play. It's sad though.
So we got a PJ or Pedro. I'm not too sure.
Pedro King.
Yeah, Pedro King. He says, "Yes, one and done. Let's face it. Haha, you thought about it." Well, I mean, I'll tell you this much right now. If Dak doesn't get his act together, man, he's gonna end up like Derek Carr. He's gonna end up in the streets. So I'm pretty sure, I will go on my little rant, and I'm gonna say this. We've heard Dak already address his interceptions, but you know what? He played like crap tonight, man. I'm gonna be real with you guys. He played like crap, and all we hear him say is, "I'm gonna fix it. It's on me. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna." Hey, man, that's only gonna fly for so long, man. Eventually, you're gonna have to start putting action behind those words, man. You're gonna have to start proving it. And this one and done crap ain't gonna be. It ain't gonna fly with this Cowboy Nation, man. Because I'll tell you this, man. Cowboy Nation started selling their season tickets, and now you got teams from other, you got fan bases coming in and filling up the stadiums because Cowboy Nation does get frustrated too, man. I mean, 27 seasons, yeah, we have a tough skin, but Dak needs to fix his game. Let's see here. Raul Aulos. Next week's game will come down to our defense. If you allow the game to go into a quarterback shootout between Dak and Brady, Brady knows how to close a game and come away with a win. Wow, those are very wise. That was a very wise words, full of context. What do you think?
I mean, he's not wrong, man. I
If,
just
if,
feel
if it's going to come down to both defenses and which quarterback's going to be able to make the play at the end of the game. Do you think that's the way it could honestly happen? I hope it's is it going to be a Monday night game? That's what I want to know. I hope.
those are there. I'm hearing that from a lot of different places, man. That it's going to be a Monday night game. Question is, who's paying? Who's getting paid? Because who does Monday nights?
Oh, well, ESPN, Troy Aikman, and
Are we sure they're getting that Monday night slot, or is it somebody else?
I'm not too sure, man.
Because in the playoffs, I don't think that's how it works.
Oh, you're saying like the actual channel, like the actual
Yeah,
ESPN or
is it
NBA.
going to be a bidding war?
Oof, I don't know. We'll see, man. What's up, PJ? We are 1-4 on grass this year. Ooh, that's something I haven't even like really looked into it. Is this something to look into, or is this just coincidence? And he goes, we look slow on grass. Uh, and then PJ, well, Brady is the GOAT and is undefeated against the Cowboys. Yeah, he is undefeated against the Cowboys. Adam, pressure breaks pipes. Hopefully, not Dak's confidence. Woody, right? Woody Rod, O line was not on on it all, and the Commanders played one of the best games. A loss is never good, but I believe the Cowboys will get it together for sure. Dak needs to play better, not a one and done. All right, cool. That's we got to have that positivity, man. I think after you play a team already three times, you already kind of, I mean, or for the third time, you understand their you start to understand. Okay, they attacked us like this, they beat us like this. You know what I mean? So you get a little bit of familiarity. So, I think that in the long run, I think that the third time could be the charm for the Cowboys against this pesky Tampa Bay team. ESPN/ABC have Monday night playoffs. Okay, so
There we go.
there's the answers for that. PJ, another thing is there's no discipline in coaching staff. Everyone is too bougie and not doing their jobs. Laugh out loud. What do you think about that? Or
Like I said, man, well, I was there at the game. You see everybody on the sideline. It felt so weird. Like they didn't want to play this game. It's almost like one of those things. At the end of your senior year, you're like, what am I doing coming to school like the last 2 weeks? Like, what's the point? I already did my exams. I did everything. I'm just kind of I'm just guess I'm just here. That's exactly what it felt like there. I don't know if I would never say that about a player because I would hope that they're gonna go out and play the game they want to play, right? But that's just how it felt, man. And at one point there was a commercial break, and Parsons went to walk to Diggs and was like, threw his hands up, like, dude, what's going on? And that was one of the long passes that Mullen gave up to McLaren. He's like, dude, you could tell like his body line, like, dude, what's going on, man? He's like, and Diggs is kind of like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you, kind of thing. So I don't know. It was just so weird. It's like they didn't want to play, Jerry. That's what it felt like.
so back to Woody. He says the O line was not on it at all, and the Commanders played well. One of their best games. Now a lot of people don't understand, like statistically wise, the Washington Wizards, they're ranked fourth, man, in the NFL in defense. So
Yeah, they are.
talking about a stout defense, regardless of who played quarterback. Their defense was stout. So, but the offensive line, I mean, obviously there's some shifts, but how many weeks does it take, right, to be an offensive line? Do you think when Tyler Biadasz comes back, do you think we'll have some familiarity, or if Tyler Biadasz is back, right? Because they said he should be back for the playoff game. or you think they're rushing him?
I don't think they're rushing him. I think he might be fine because he was walking around. He still had a boot on, but I think
He was
if
walking
it,
around on there with full.
but this is the thing, Jerry. If Biotis couldn't go and they knew that already, wouldn't they be signing somebody already?
Well, they have
Come
Matt Korniak, and a lot of people were high on him.
on. I'm just saying. I think they would be signing somebody.
What he says that that's a great comparison. Like they didn't want to play, so he likes your comparison about what he said there. Adam says another week of Stephen A. Smith and the hate gang. We have to win against Brady, and
We
yes,
have to.
we have to. Ram says I saw Schultz get his well, we're not on TikTok anymore. I saw Schultz get his ass kicked. Hendershot could not block. Ferguson, the only tight end to play solid. He does look solid. He looks like the future too. Um, I mean, it's hard, right? Because I mean, we can put the blame everywhere. I just think that what you said, it kind of resonates a little bit more. Do you think the Cowboys were maybe a bit discouraged with the actual situation as far as them knowing that the Giants were going to take a knee for the Eagles?
Yep.
I'm just saying.
So that
Because
was my thing. I wanted Dallas to play. I wanted them to play. But the minute that I find out that the Giants are not playing, I'm not playing either. What's the point? What's the real point? Like, if they were going to start the starters, then I'm starting everybody because there could be a chance. But the moment I find out the Giants ain't playing everybody, then at that point, there's no need to sacrifice my starters, to be honest.
it's a good observation, right? Because like you said, you being there, it looked like they didn't want to be there, or maybe they're you know what I mean? I've seen Dak when he's locked in, especially what game was it where he was locked in against the Houston Texans. I mean, he was killer Dak. I mean, we saw it in his eyes. We knew that we were going to come away with that win. You just saw him dissecting that defense. I did not see that Dak today. So definitely there's something there to look. Uh he looked like he was pressing too at times, especially on that one where he almost gave up the pick. It's like he intentionally went to try to prove a point. So I don't know, it's not good. It's not a good sign. So
So I'm not going to lie. I said again, Jerry, when watching the game live, they ran that out route. I'm like, oh man, Dak's hurrying him up because he wants to fake that out and go up. That's what I would have done. I would have been like, oh man, I told my son, hey, he's about to go out and up on Gallup because the safety's not coming over. He's one-on-one. It's over, man. Like, this is going to be a touchdown. And they ran the same play and he threw the out and he got picked. I was like, I don't understand. I don't know, man. I don't know why he ran the same exact play again on that side. Makes no sense.
I mean, but if you're Mike McCarthy, what are you telling Dak at half? Obviously, I know you can have a little conversation with him there, but what conversation are you having with Dak during the halftime to get him back into it? Because I mean, that's
Why
what
aren't you looking? I'm going to ask him. Why aren't you looking at CD Lamb? That's what I would ask. Mike McCarthy's right there watching the game live, just like I did. Why are you not looking at CD Lamb? He's burning everybody pretty much, right down the middle. Everybody's running crossing routes, running outs, and CD Lamb's going right up the middle. I don't understand.
PG says, bros at third string quarterback ran all over us. Not acceptable. Beating Brady is a must. Usually the Cowboys step up against good teams. That's you're right. They play up and down to the competition. I think right, Christopher Cruz just mentioned that. But you think do you think that the Cowboys can use this as a wake-up call?
I sure damn hope so, Jerry.
I mean,
I sure damn hope so. I'm not saying do you think? I hope it does. Because if it doesn't, like, this team's done, man. Like, I hate to be the Debbie Downer, but we're just look at the end of the day. Maybe I'm being too hard on them, but I think I'm saying when I say this, I think I say for everybody, all Cowboys fans, we're tired, man. We're tired. We are tired of every year having this kind of team, this kind of because this is a talented roster. You're telling me, I'll tell you what, if they had all the coaches to pick from, let's just be honest, to pick from the rosters that they could say, hey, this is going to be my first head coaching gig right now. How many coaches do you think would pick the Dallas Cowboys?
I'm pretty sure everybody. I mean, number one,
I mean, I'm
oh,
sure, I'm sure the Chiefs would be one of them. The Bills, you know what I'm saying? But I
yeah, but
guarantee
nobody,
you, but
nobody,
I get,
nobody everybody talks about the Dallas Cowboys.
what I'm saying is they would be top 3.
I think they're number one. They're in the league all by
I
themselves.
got you, but I'm just saying, just to be biased, right? They would be top 3. Almost everybody would pick them in top 3. And you can't get us to the NFC Championship year after year after. Like, I don't. It makes no sense to me. Something has to give. Something, man. We're frustrated. This team should not play like this in the last week of the NFL season. They should not. And if you have the cojones, I'm going to say cojones, I don't want to say the other word, to start your team all the way almost to the fourth quarter
Kimberly Salazar.
and have this kind of performance, man, I'd be embarrassed. You know what, Jerry? It's like, hey, guess what? Today I'm going to go to work. If I work like the Cowboys play today, I would almost have to pay the company because I didn't do anything for them.
Ooh.
Like, that's how bad it was. The game was. I was there live. It was bad.
It's never good. Adam says he saw a report where McCarthy told Dak and the boys, we can't be playing like this. They didn't listen. It's interesting. Where'd you see that report at? Alex said, at the end of the day, they were looking for momentum going into the playoffs, and they stunk up the place today. Oof. PJ says, yes, he is tired. He just doesn't get it. We need to chill. If we can win next week, we are on a good path. That is true, man, because nothing is better than a playoff win, and especially when you need that momentum. I understand you want to go in with momentum, but the opponents that the Cowboys are going to be facing, the Tampa Bay Bucks, they're not. They're coming away with a loss too, and I believe Brady's actually losing. He's the first time he's going to be entering the playoffs with a losing record. He goes, "You're absolutely right, Javier." He goes, "I feel you, bro."
I'm just saying, Jerry, the other process that I don't understand of Mike McCarthy, your team's playing this way at halftime. What's the point of playing the second half again with your starters? And maybe get injured by the way they're playing. What's the point? But he kept playing them. It makes no sense, man. But, my thought process is, what is Jerry Jones thinking of all this? Watching this team play like this? Like,
he did have he went on a little rant about it. What did Adam say? When it done, do we get rid of Dak like the Raiders did Carr? And Alex says, but they got Brady.
so this is my thing about Derek Carr, right? And my philosophy on this, and I've said this so many times, the philosophy, guys, tell me if I'm wrong or not. Put it in the comments so we can have this discussion, because I want to see what everybody thinks about this. I want everybody listening. I think we have 14 listeners right now. Put it in the chat. Put a comment, because I want to know, out of these 14 people that are watching right now, tell me what you think. Would you rather have, I love Dak, don't get me wrong, but would you sign Dak for another 4 years, knowing what you're going to get with him? No NFC Championship, more than likely. No offense to him, but more than likely, I think, in my opinion, Dak might have peaked already. He might have peaked already. This is what you get. You're not going to get anything better than this. He might have peaked already for the next 4 years, knowing you're not going to go to NFC Championship. Or do you go find your franchise quarterback for the next 4, 5, 6 years and don't make the playoffs. But you find a franchise quarterback in the next 4 to 5, 6 years? Or do you go 12-4 and we have Groundhog Day and we go one and done or two and done? It's one of those things, man. Pick your poison, right? But that's almost to the point where we have to be, because we cannot sustain another 4 to 5 years, man. We can't have Dak for another 14 years. Here's already what, in a 7, 8 season? Are we ready for another 4 to 5 years? I don't think so, man. It's time. It's time. Hey, the freaking training wheels have been gone a long time ago. If you can't make it happen and carry this team on your shoulders into deep into at least the NFC Championship, it's time to go, man. It's time to find your replacement. Now, we'll still have him for 2 more years, but it's time to get a drafted quarterback and watch groom him. And then when Dak's contract's done, hey, man, I appreciate you've done so much for us, but it's time to move on.
Well said. I mean, that's the frustration, right? I think that, like you said, I mean, what he says, hey, but not Gronk, right? So I guess it was just from the previous conversations. But yeah, I mean, like you're saying, I mean, we got to be optimistic, though, man. I mean, I understand that these wins they take a toll on us. So, not only do we got coworkers that laugh at us for being Cowboy fan, a part of the Cowboys nation. And then we got people from high school that chastise us on our Facebook. You know what I mean? Anytime we share anything. So I think me and you are we really put ourselves out there, man. I mean, it almost feels like people take direct shots at us, right? Especially when it comes to this Cowboys. But still, nothing's going to change. The fact of the matter is that regardless of who is under center, that is who we were rolling with. That is our
Yeah,
quarterback.
of
This is
course.
our team. We got to have that confidence, man. That hey, man, this is a wake up call. I'm pretty sure Dak knows how important this is. So Dak, what he needs to do, he needs to lay low. Hey, and he needs to communicate back to, he needs to communicate back with Kellen Moore, and they need to work together and say, hey, you know what, this plays are not working, man. Why don't we try to get some? I don't know who mentioned it. Was it you that you didn't really quite see Dak on any kind of play action? Not
No,
one play action.
no.
Weird. PJ says, just need more to go. He's not Kellen Moore. He needs Kellen Moore to go, right? He's not a postseason play caller, and he forces a lot of passes, not a strategic coach.
I agree with PJ, man. He's right. He like he does like he does great for a possession. You're like, man, let's go to the next possession. And it's like he totally forgot everything he just did in the last possession. I'm like, what are you trying to? It's so confusing, man. There's no rhythm. And you know what? At the end of the day, I don't blame Kellen Moore, because usually offensive coordinators, there's a, I guess you can say, a gauntlet you go through. Am I right, Jerry? There's a gauntlet. You know more than I do. There's a gauntlet. You're the quality control, you're the quarterback's coach. You go through all this stuff and you learn. And then you become a coordinator.
He should have a script. 15 plays, I believe it's 15 plays in the first half, 10 plays in the second half. And with that script, that's kind of how you make your adjustments. So I kind of understand where PJ is going with, because I'll tell you this, that running game could not get going, man. They were stopping the run. And that's because they didn't even have Allen there. You know what I mean? Jonathan Allen was out.
That would have been even. They got Jonathan Allen, man. We might not even score a touchdown.
Well said. People forget we have had a number one offense the past 2 seasons. It's on the receivers and Kellen Moore along with Dak sometimes. I will tell you this. We saw we saw the touchdown, the only touchdown that the Cowboys had, and then who was it? It was CD Lamb. So if you feed CD Lamb, he's gonna get that yak. In fact, there was one where he was fighting, I mean, tooth and nail to get that first down. I believe it was like third and forever, and he was fighting tooth and nail, man. That's what I like. That's what I love about CD Lamb, is that he's kind of one of those guys that gives you everything he has. So how much can we blame the receivers? I think in any case, I think this is gonna fall back on Kellen Moore. and Dak specifically because it was just ugly. It was just an ugly showcase of football. If it was to put on a front, you know what I mean. So maybe I don't know a little bit of mind warfare. Is I don't know. You it really discouraged a lot of Cowboys Nation, man. Unfortunately, tell Jerry Jones relinquish power. It will not change due to the coaches he keeps picking. I think Steven Jones might not pick puppets. Fingers crossed.
Hey, somebody said it.
Wow. I'm trying to be a homer, man. I'm trying to stay with the Cowboys, man. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm trying to stay good in the Cowboys' graces. You know what I mean? But thank you, Alex. I will tell you this. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, if Kyle Shanahan was the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, would we be having a different situation on our hands?
Yeah, yeah, Jerry. People would hate us even more.
Would
They would change, Jerry. They would change our name to the most hated team in the world, not America's team, because we'd have so many Super Bowls.
yeah, yeah. How many Super Bowls do you think?
With Kyle Shanahan,
Yeah, with Kyle Shanahan. And he's still young
I
too, man.
I say at a minimum, if we're talking about since he's been with the Atlanta Falcons, what year was that? 2000, was it
That
11?
was like 10 years ago, I believe.
11, right?
I want to say I think he was like 36 and now I think he's like 46. So he's been around. You're gonna have to fact check me on that one. Cowboys right guard Zach Martin said, "We do this again. We'll be sitting at home the next week." I mean, he has a point. Javier, what you thinking? Boy, talking some real off the dome. He loves your takes.
What am I drinking?
Yeah,
Is that what he said?
yeah.
I'm drinking some
He-
some
he-
in, some infused whiskey with some ginger beer.
Interesting.
That's what I'm drinking.
So it's a little bit of whiskey and a little bit of ginger beer.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's actually pretty good.
Woody said, "I drop Dak and go find someone else."
I'm telling you, man.
And Adam, I love it, bro. They don't even accept my Cowboys debit card at store.
PJ, hey, give him a round of applause for that, man. That's a good one. You gotta like that, Jerry. That's Hey, PJ, thanks for the laugh, bro.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
needed that,
Hey,
man.
Raymond Solis, you want to?
Oh, Raymond.
He goes, Kellen Moore is so trash. I blame the game on Kelly. Or, well, Kellen Moore.
I know what he means.
Oh, Fernando, aren't you at the game? He goes, I had to get my input on the game. Dak play bad. He'd be the first to tell you Zeke and Tony didn't show up at all. O-line is trying to find themselves with Smith coming back. Dak, please stop forcing it. Get 4 yards with 3 downs.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's so simple. This game is so simple, right? It's so simple. I have a CD Lamb on my team. Guess I don't care what anybody says, man. I'm looking his way every time. Every time.
It's funny that you say that because that's exactly what Troy Aikman said last year when the Cowboys lost to the 49ers. He says, "Hey, I see that 88. I'm throwing it to him 10 times before the half. Before the half,
Yeah.
I'm giving him the ball 10 times. Let him take care of the rest, right?" And PJ says, "I had no problem, right?" Because he to your response, but I mean, we didn't really see Dak use his legs.
I don't know, man. All I know is I'm upset, Jerry, that thankfully I didn't have to drive very far because the stadium's like 30 minutes from my house.
Although
But
you did say that you were stuck in traffic for a while.
yeah, coming back, it was horrible. That was horrible. But getting there wasn't that hard. But I'm just saying, man, that would have been a long trip, but I had 2 or 3 hours, man. That would not been good. But
that would have been a very lonely trip.
I'll tell you this, man. If I have to look at the positives because PJ got me in a good mood now, man. What do we sit down and look at the film on Monday and say, hey, man, why did we play like this? And if we play like this, like Zach Martin says, we're out, we're done. We're not playing again. We're done. We're going home. So maybe it's one of those games, like you said, man. It's a wake up call, but I surely hope it is, man. Because if we play like this against Tampa Bay, I'm telling you, man, they're experienced, and I think they brought almost the whole group back from last year. So these guys they know what to do. They know what it takes to win in these playoffs. They're experienced. So it's going to be a test, man. We're going to see which ones are going to show up. The ones that want to win, or the ones that play mediocre and play to the opponent's potential. So we'll see, man.
Adam says, I love my boys, but I'm ready to move on from Dak if we go one and done. That's just him. That's Adam's belief. Adam, I think a lot of people are with you on this one, man. It's just one of those things, man. It's hard, but let's look at the positives, right? Like you said, next week we should get LVE. When LVE is there in the defense, he's going to only amplify what they're already doing good. In fact, the statistic that was brought to our attention that we've been talking about was that when LVE plays, the pass rush improves. So that right there should be a little bit of I don't want to say can we say comfortable, but you know what I'm saying? We should see some more. We should see sacks. You know what I mean? So anytime you can sack, especially Tom Brady, if you see when you get Tom Brady and you sack him, it takes him completely out of his game, man. So I think of all games that we really need LVE in is this one. Tyler Biada's returning. I think it allows you to go back to the offensive line that you had, right? Tyler Smith, I'm pretty sure you kick him back out to the tackle. You get Connor McGovern at left guard, which I don't like. And then, of course, you get Tyler Biadasz at center. You got Zach Martin and Tyron Smith. Maybe they start to show us the things that they were keeping away, right? Maybe a little bit more of those 3 tight end packages. Just run it down their throats, set the tempo. I think that this could be something that the Cowboys needed. Maybe Dak needs to just sit back and look that he doesn't need to, take those chances anymore because he's really putting himself behind the 8 ball.
Honestly, Jerry, I think at this point, we have to move Bland on the outside, man.
Well, we did manage to do okay. I mean, I know Mullen did give up a big a big play, and then I think he had a pass. No, the big play.
He gave up 2 big plays.
Well, one of them was a big play, and the other one was a pass
interference. Yeah.
So it was 2, but I'm just saying with Nahshon, I mean, what about Xavier Rhodes? Are we going to keep him like Tech McKinley and we're talking about earlier, or we're going to finally see him? So
we'll have to see.
Ram says positives are the Cowboys are in the tournament. Hey, man, let's get a round of applause for that. We don't want to be that negative content creators for the Dallas Cowboys. We just want to tell you the facts. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, bring out the positives, right? PJ says we can't shoot ourselves in the foot like we did early in the game. As long as we play smart and do our jobs, we should be able to hit them in the mouth and get the dub. And Fernando, yes, I'm here freezing, but had to show love to all the family, man. Hey, blowing out our eardrums. I guess go Lions for a day, right? Hey,
yeah.
We appreciate you tuning in, man. I know it's a crazy game, right? And yeah,
how cold is it there? Because where I was at, it was 40 degrees, and I felt like I was freezing, man. I could just imagine how cold it is over there.
Let me see. I'm gonna see what's the score. Anybody checking that out?
13-9 Detroit.
Detroit.
Ooh, he just caught a pat. Oh, yeah, it's a flag. Watson just caught a deep pass. They're like at the 5-yard line now, 10-yard line somewhere.
Well, the only reason why we're paying attention to this one is because the situation at hand is if the Packers win, they have the tiebreaker over the Seahawks. Is that correct, Harvey?
Correct.
And so, who wants to see the Packers in the playoffs right now? I mean, anybody that's on, who wants to see the Packers in the playoffs? He says they need a Deion Sanders pep talk before the playoff game. Man, Deion, the way Deion's trending, man, he's gonna be a coach in the NFL, man. He's gonna have a good program in the NFL.
Yeah.
Didn't see playoff schedule. Can you all tell when the Cowboys are due to play? Well, we're trying to figure that out. I hope it's not a Monday night game, man. But that's what we've been trying to see. We'll let you know as soon as we find out. Adam says DC for live, baby. Let's rebound next week. Yes, man. That's exactly what we're talking about. Is about we got to stick to the positive. We're gonna be getting some key players that we needed that have been,
Yep.
they really helped out. LVE, I think a lot of us wrote off LVE because I think it's more of availability, not because of ability, right? Because he's always had the ability, but his availability, he's not available sometimes.
I'll be honest though, Jerry. I think LV would have been able to go if it's a playoff game this week.
He could have played.
I think he could have. Honestly, I think he could have gone this week. If it's a playoff game, that guy plays, man. I think he plays. But I'll tell you this. So everybody wants to bring out the positives. Hey, we found out what Mullen has, right? Not too good. Not too good. So at least we know now. And maybe we can fix that side of the field. Because guess what? You know, if it's me and I'm a quarterback and I'm talking to my offensive coordinator, I was like, who's opposite of Diggs? Because whatever play you're running, I'm throwing it that way. So you might want to scheme a little something on that side because that's where I want to throw. And I'm throwing it constantly. I'm just saying. So I'm glad that we figured out that he's not the guy for right now. And I did see during the game that they did kick out Bland on the left side and they switched it up. So he was playing outside. So, and when he did play outside, they weren't throwing the ball outside. So that's interesting.
So you're saying a positive is that Deron Bland is the corner opposite of Diggs.
Yep.
Okay. So then, well, the Cowboys did sign Mackenzie Alexander. He did play. He didn't play last week, but he played the week before that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I didn't see him as a liability, so I don't know why he hasn't played anymore. What he says, I don't want to jinx the game, but after the loss, I believe the Cowboys play a better game. I think that they know, man, that there's no more games after this. So if they lose, they lose, and that's it, one and done. And now we're the laughing, we're the joke, man. We're the laughing joke of the entire NFL. I mean, is it safe to say that are we the laughing joke, or is everybody that's one and done laughing jokes?
No, I don't think so, man. I think a lot of people hate us because they ain't us.
I think I've seen that somewhere.
Yeah. I really do think that, man. I think that we trend so many times. And like I said this before on ESPN, they want to talk about us all the time. And their teams get forgotten. I don't know how to explain that, man. It's not my fault. I don't control the networks. The networks want to make money. So there's some things that they have to do, man, and they have to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. It's like a soap opera that wins all the awards. Everybody gets upset,
Black Mamba, what's going on, man? You're late to the party, but you're here.
You're here, Black Mamba. You're here.
Now we're just trying to stay. We're just trying to, stay positive. We understand the Dallas Cowboys put up a stinker. It didn't look good by any stretch of the imagination. The play, very, like you said, very vanilla. Man, it looked bad. It looked bad. I'm gonna try and find the actual quote that Jerry Jones, what Jerry Jones said. See if I can pull that up real quick.
Black Mamba, never late, on time.
Fernando, I won't be able to watch any sports network all week because they're all going to talk is trash about them boys, man.
Yeah, they are.
Oh man, I believe what's his name already. Stephen A. already released something. I don't know what he was saying, but let me see here.
But at least Stephen A. Smith, be consistent with me, man. When we win, at least say something. He don't say anything on Twitter. Oh, what you know what I will say this about FedEx Field. They need to fix that place, man.
Well, what's wrong with it?
They know people are gonna use the bathrooms. They ain't no damn paper towels, man.
That's crazy.
That's horrible, man. That's bad business. Hey, FedEx, did you not FedEx some paper towels to FedEx Field? I'm just saying. Where's Ram?
What he said, I think that PJ says, I think we will pull the win against the Bucks and use the momentum to get deeper into the playoffs.
I hope so, man.
I hope it's not just a one and in type deal. Like, and I mean, like you said, I want to be able to get past the first round, second round, and you know what? I think that we can. If I want a Super Bowl every year. Don't get me wrong. I want this Super Bowl more than anything, more than any year. I want it this year, and next year I probably want that one even more. Right? So, but I'm just saying, I think I would be a little bit more forgiving if we get 2 rounds in and we built that momentum. Like, Mama, we cannot play like this next week. Dak got to play better, plain and simple. I mean, you were straight to the point. This is from J. Ron Curse. He says J. Ron Curse on if the Cowboys are playing their best ball. No, we're not. We want we want to, but we're not. We just not playing. I don't know what it is. So that is not good. And
He
J. Ron,
doesn't know what it is.
yeah, that's not good. But that's actually a direct quote from J. Ron. Let me see. Where's the one with Jerry Jones? The one from Jerry Jones was Jerry Jones was noted for when they said Cowboys didn't rest their starters, so everybody got to bite this sour apple. And Jerry Jones after loss, we get to suck on that all week, and if that doesn't make you want to get ready to go on or to go in about 6 to 7 days, nothing else will. That was thorough butt kicking as we've had this year. Would you say this is the worst loss that the Cowboys had all year?
Yes. Yes.
Why?
So if you look at, I think the other worst loss that the Cowboys had, other than this one, I think has to be against Tampa Bay, if I'm mistaken.
Well, in that one we lost Dak.
Yeah, but we lost 24. Was it 24-3? We only scored 3 points. I mean, they held Dak to 128 yards. The Commanders did.
Go ahead and look it up. I'll read this out. So it says like this. Cernando says, not worried about Stephen A. Smith. He a bandwagon with NFL teams. It's either Pitt or Aaron or nah, Eagles. Not that dude got 31 teams he goes for. I mean, that's your guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Stephen A. is he's gonna and Black Mamba, I agree. I've Hey, Stephen A. is gonna answer to you one day, Harvey. So that's your guy, man.
Hey, look, this is what I say. Dak threw for 134 yards that game. It was 19-3 against Tampa Bay.
But he wasn't there for. Didn't he go out right before the half?
Yeah, so so they in total they threw right under 200 yards. But we rushed for 71 yards. That was the worst game. We only scored 3 points. To me, that's our worst game, other than this last one.
Well, we got somebody who chimed in, and they look like somebody new. What is it? Scores. How do you say that?
Sorcerer? I know exactly who that is.
Their worst loss was against my boy Brady.
Yeah, he's a Brady fan. Don't get me started.
Stephen A. What happens to the podcast if we go one and done? Hey, off season, baby.
Hey, bro, let me tell you. Hold on, let me say something, Jerry. We ain't going nowhere. I promise you that. Let me explain something, man, to y'all. Think about it. Other than the past week, obviously we had to pay our respects. we've been going on every day except for
Saturdays.
Fridays and Saturdays. No, Fridays we went too, right?
We did do this last Friday, but we said going forward we would take the Friday off.
We've been going. We have. I think we started November 5th. Now it's been what, 2 months?
How many episodes did you say we're in?
Five. We're on 58. This is our 58 episode in 2 months and 3 days. Think about that.
So tell me,
We're not going anywhere. So Adam, to answer your question, we are not going anywhere, bro. Check it out. I want to spoil it for Jerry because I'm getting excited, man. When this season is done, we still got to talk about the draft. We still got to talk about free agency. We still got to talk about later down the road acquisitions, OTAs, training camp. Like, there's so many things to talk about. It's like the beginning all over again, man. This thing ain't gonna stop. Like,
it's not.
We're gonna give you information every day, man, so you can keep up and you don't have to try to listen to somebody. You can just watch us and say, man, they got all the information in one place. That's it. So, Jerry, I'm sorry if I took your thunder.
No, it's cool, man. I mean, we're even gonna we're gonna have mock draft Mondays, so we'll take a look at other people's mock drafts of what they believe the Dallas Cowboys should get. You know, we'll get it from PFF, whatever sources that are out there that have been around for quite some time. I think we also will do our own work and research on some of these prospects. Why are they considered number one, number two, number three in their position? And you know, in people's draft boards, you know, and we actually will review some of their tape, right, and watch it and say like, hey, Harvey, I think this guy kind of looks good, man. You know what I'm saying? So that is what we have planned for you guys coming up. So it's gonna be fun, man, and we hope to see all of you all around. And if you have other friends that enjoy this kind of content, we encourage you to invite them over. We're still trying to see how we can incorporate the TikTok live. I don't know, for whatever reason I've been having some problems with the live session, so we're gonna have to get that figured out. I'll get that figured out pretty soon. Uh, he Black Mama says we look horrible. Dak looked lost.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, hell yeah. I'm not going in nowhere, baby. Let's go, man. When that plane touches down in Dallas, we're on Tampa. That's a quote from Dak. So, you know, look, finally, man, where'd this guy come from? This guy, I think like he's kind of like the guy that put the bad juju on us, man. MG is here. What happened today, guys? Look, MG. We don't have to rub it in, okay? Cowboys lost. They didn't look good. That's all it is, okay? Cowboys will get this fixed, and it's on to Tampa Bay. Black Mamba question: do you think Michael Parsons is overplaying? He missed a lot.
I wouldn't say that Micah Parsons is overplayed, but
No, I think he's saying overplaying. Like
overplaying. Oh yeah, I
Like
think the whole defense is doing that.
I think Dorrance Armstrong is the one that does that, man. He kind of sells his whole entire defense out when he does that because he leaves everybody so vulnerable. He's not playing within the guidelines. He goes, "You better not stop, my boys. I see all of the podcasts go away if they don't see viewership go up, but we them boys, we always show love to y'all.
No,
Appreciate
appreciate
that."
it, bro. For
Yeah,
real.
yeah. Nah, man, we have it all. We have it all planned out. I mean, we had planned the ending before we even got to start, but then we got going and we haven't looked back. So yeah, man. I mean, it's something that we all enjoy, and regardless, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I know that I don't stop talking about the Cowboys. In fact, I love the team building aspect. I mean, me and Harvey were just talking about it. I think that if you look at how the Cowboys have constructed this team, look at Tyler Smith, man. I think that I don't know. Did I say this on the air, Harv, about Tyler Smith? Tyler
No,
Smith.
but
I think Tyler Smith. He is the best offensive lineman, even over Evan Neal. So I think that the Cowboys got
yeah,
the true steal he should have been the number one offensive lineman prospect from all the ones that were in this draft class. Looking back in hindsight, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because I will tell you this. I believe it was the Patriots that were locked in on Tyler Smith. They didn't want to move up for him because they didn't feel that he was at that grade, so they were hoping it would fall. So if he fell, that was what's going to happen.
So real quick on TikTok, we still play off. We got this game. Yep, we do. But that's swag. Swag's on TikTok. Dallas Cowboys fan for life. We were so flat. Yeah, we were, man. We're T55 baby said what happened with us today. We didn't play. We didn't play very well, man. That's what
You,
it comes down to.
how, how how are they messaging?
We're on live. I put it on live.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, all right. Adam, we lost. MG, now get off, get off of Dallas. There's swag. What's up, we them boys? Hey,
Holla, 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 holla. We the boys.
be obnoxious with it too, man. If anybody wants to talk smack tomorrow, let them know. Hey, where's your team? We're still going to the playoffs. Remind them of that. Joshua Mata, a long time no see, buddy. Once Tom Brady got a significant other to please him at home, he's been doing better. I hope she calls it off with him this week. You have a good one there. Yes, MG, don't be that guy, man. He's that guy, man. MG's that guy. You know what I mean?
MG's that guy.
But yeah, it's kind of a weird situation, right? Tom Brady was going through all that hecticness, and then out of nowhere, I mean, people. I mean, it's 2023. I mean, social media is everywhere, man. If
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
I saw the pictures of Tom Brady with somebody else. So you did hear that music? Oh yeah, I heard it. I believe Adam sent it to me. I think Adam sent it to me on TikTok.
Yeah.
Are they able to see? Are they able to see what the screen?
They're able to see the screen, Jerry. They're just not able to hear you. They can hear me though.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. That's all good. It's all good. Let me see how it looks.
Yeah, I said so I'm gonna read some on TikTok. They DC for life, but Dak has to go in now. We talked about that earlier about Dak maybe fighting a predecessor maybe in the next year or two. Somebody said Mex328, read my post, bro. I just did. So there you go. Eber Bob says take the L. We did already. The game's over. There we go. And then Jeff C989 says they have to get things together. Yeah, we do, man. We talked about it. Hopefully this is an eye opener and we get it together, man. So
there's no going back. They know they got to get it together. They got to go out there and play a flawless game, limit the mistakes, and just stick to the run, and then play off the run and get CeeDee Lamb the ball, man.
Yep.
That's easy game plan. Hey, I told you it was Adam. I believe it was somebody. I was like, I think this is Adam. So I friend requested him on TikTok, and he's the one he sent me that music video. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, so we got some more. We got a lot of questions, Jerry, on TikTok. There has to be a major change. Get rid of the offensive coordinator.
Ooh.
Okay. Do you think Dallas offense was better last year?
Ooh.
That was Starvin Harvin, or that was Jax better. That's interesting. I don't know. It's kind of iffy about the offense. I don't know. It's kind of you can go either way.
I mean, you can kind of respond back, but I'm just gonna say it's kind of very inconsistent offense. If anything,
yeah, it's inconsistent. Yeah,
so I mean that's the only thing that I could come away with is the inconsistencies. Is sometimes we look so good and then
yeah, we do look good and then so Starvin Harvin said we need to draft a quarterback this year. We them boys. Yeah, we got to start looking for sure.
Swag says, I really don't care about the Eagles. They win today. I hope they lose in the playoffs. Well, they got the first round bye, so they don't have to. But if the Cowboys get past them, get past the Bucks, they face the Eagles, right, Harvey?
The what?
If the Cowboys get when the Cowboys get past the Bucks, they have to face the Eagles round 2?
If the Eagles win.
No, no, no.
I'm sorry.
When the
It,
Cowboys win, they will face the Eagles the following week?
it depends. That depends on who the lowest seed is at the time.
That is very
So
true.
we can't say that it's going to be the Cowboys.
You're very right.
It's
If let's say Green Bay sneaks in or Seattle sneaks in and they get past it, then they get
then they play the Eagles,
and then
whoever the lowest seed is.
and so
Correct.
the Cowboys will go against the 49ers.
Correct.
Okay.
So it
So
just depends, if all the teams win, all the top seeds win, then yes, the Cowboys would play the Eagles in the second round.
so it says yes, it was Dallas was better last year. I don't know, Black Mama, because last year the offense was doing really good, and then towards the end, it looked like almost everybody had the blueprint to how to stop it. So it's kind of hard. He goes, yes, indeed, we will play the Eagles. Well, Cernando kind of fixed it up. He cleaned it up. He says, used to be the lowest seed is maybe Seattle. So yeah, right now the way it looks, it is Seattle. But this game is actually relatively close because if Green Bay wins, they actually they sneak in. They had the tiebreaker over Seattle. So yeah. What do you say? Put on the music. Photo Cowboys. I haven't downloaded to a soundboard yet, but I'll get that going pretty soon. And since we're live on YouTube, I got to be careful because you can get a copyright strike. You get a couple
Yeah.
copyright strikes.
Hey, so real quick, interesting. Daniel Costa 67341 had something really interesting, Jerry. He said some said the OC and Dak have reached a plateau. Nothing has improved.
Ooh, that's a good one. Tell him I said that.
Hey man, Jerry said that's a good one, Daniel Costa. Great question, man.
Because
Um
we have been saying about Dak plateauing.
Dak plateauing, but what if both of them have?
Swag says you better. I'll work that out, but we can only
So
do like I think less than 1 minute because we'll get copyright strikes. We don't want
so
copyright.
we had another user, doesn't have a name, he has a whole number, but he says Cowboys wasting another talented team.
See that's where Jerry Jones needs to understand. Like we're just wasting talent here at this
Yeah,
point.
we are wasting talent.
I mean, it happened with Romo and Dak. I mean, Dak is already going 7 years, and Dak is a good quarterback, man. He did what he's supposed to do, but I mean, these coaches are not with him all offseason while he's working with quarterback coaches.
Yeah. So we'll see, man. But
I'm watching the game right now. Yeah, we're keeping an eye on it because I mean,
So
no matter what, nobody wants to face the Packers. I believe the Packers are a little bit on a hot streak.
so what do you think, Jerry? Final thoughts?
Final thoughts is stay positive, be obnoxious, Cowboy fans. We're in the dance. We're in the tournament. Hey, Cowboys know. Dak knows, man. Dak, I'm pretty sure Dak is tired of being. And you can relay this. I'm pretty sure Dak knows, right? Dak knows fully clearly that he doesn't want to be one and done. Mike McCarthy knows he doesn't want to be one and done, and Kellen Moore doesn't want to be one and done. Neither does Dan Quinn, because I'll tell you this, that puts a stain on them. And they, Dan Quinn and Kellen Moore, they both want to be head coaches in the league.
Yep.
A one and done would not help any one of them in this situation, and it's not going to help Jerry Jones anymore. So I'm pretty sure that there's going to be some, excuse my language, but everybody's ass is going to be on fire this week. What did Fernando say? Predictions on Friday podcast for Wild Card Weekend. We could do that.
Yeah, we could do that.
We could do that. We could do a prediction on Friday. On Friday, it might be a little bit later than usual, though. We still in the playoffs, haters.
Hey guys, we're having TikTok. We're having some difficulties, man, right now. Some issues, so you guys can only hear me right now. We're trying to work through it. Something happened. I don't know what's going on, but y'all can't hear Jerry for right now. So that's where we're at. But yeah, my final thoughts. Yeah, we could do one on Friday. We could probably do some predictions for that for sure.
But let TikTok know if you're a part of Cowboys Nation to be obnoxious. We're in the dance. Say that.
Jerry says be obnoxious, and we're in the dance, man. That's all that matters.
and be positive.
That's it. Be positive, baby. Is there a question? Is that a question, Jerry?
PJ, do you think Jerry Jones is micromanaging too much with the coaching staff? I mean, why would Kellen call the same exact play twice that ended up being a pick six almost twice? And PJ, hell yes. uh it's kind of funny, right? They're able to see the comments and boom, they're able to answer it themselves. I don't know if Jerry Jones is micromanaging that. I think if anything, I think Dak thought that he was gonna be able to fool him with the
Yep.
with going over the top, and Dak I think fell into his trap. I think if you look at it, I think what was his name? Ben Juiced, or what's his name? Ben Juiced,
I don't know.
the corner,
That
29.
was Fuller, wasn't it?
Oh, Fuller.
Yeah, it's Fuller.
I don't know why. I don't know why I was saying that. But with Fuller, I think Fuller just baited Dak in on that one. So
Yeah.
I think, it is what it is, man.
So T5 baby says it don't matter. It's 0-0 now.
0-0.
That's all that matters.
All that matters. Man.
Fortnite 1209 says, you think we still got this with the Bucks? I think we got a chance, man. They lost 2. We're kind of on the downslope, so we'll see. I think it's whoever's game, to be honest. Do you think they can beat Tampa? I think Tampa's beatable for sure. Brady ain't playing like he used to be. Somebody said we would benefit if we got Sean Payton.
At a first round, man, that's where the Cowboys make the money,
They
man.
want a first rounder for him. I don't know if we're getting Sean Payton, but it was a bad loss, man. But
And we don't know, man. If Sean Payton takes a job this year, and let's say Cowboys stick with Mike McCarthy, who knows, man? I think Sean McVay is going to step down, which is very interesting. Tomorrow, there's going to be a bunch of news, right? Black Monday. Black Mamba says Kellen Moore is horrible. Black Monday's tomorrow, so obviously, we'll see when all these things happen. But I'm just saying, if anything, would you like a Sean McVay as a maybe a potential replacement for Mike McCarthy?
I don't know. He's probably going to is he on contract with them if he retires?
Yes.
We still have to pay a number 1. They're going to want a number 1 for him.
At that time, we'd have everything situated?
I don't know. I'm not giving up a first round pick for a coach.
Swag says, yeah, F them haters. I still love my Cowboys and puro pinche, we the boys. Everyone is 0-0. Everything you done to get here goes out the window. It's whoever's hungry the most after 4 quarters. And obviously we know when Brady plays, he's only a 4th quarter quarterback. So the more points you can stack up on the Buccaneers, the better, especially faster and earlier. Man. Anything else, Harv?
No, man, that's it. That's all I got for tonight. I appreciate y'all supporting us. Thank you for being on. If you have a chance, if all you TikTok Cowboy fans, come on to YouTube, man. We can see all your comments on here, and we'll actually pull them up so everybody can see your comments. But that's all I got, man. Feel blessed. Thank you for all the support, and that's all I got, Jerry.
Like we said, right? I mean, it's a bummer. We want to win. We want to win them all, right? But you got to lose sometimes to wake up, and I'm pretty sure the Cowboys going to wake up. But tomorrow we'll have a full show. I'll be able to I'm going to extract a bunch of the audio clips of well, I don't know. Kellen Moore, they keep him kind of high. They keep him hidden, man. But I'll extract a lot of audio from Mike McCarthy and of course Dak Prescott, and then we can dissect it. Hey, remember, guys, DC for life, man, for life. And like Harvey said, come on over, man. Come on over, share and like and subscribe. We appreciate you guys. We're signing off. You guys have a good night.
Keep it real, man.